Hello there, and welcome back to another installment of SCP Readings with your reader here, Gmodon. Today we're looking at SCP-339. There's a link down in the description for you to follow along as I read out loud. So here is SCP-339. SCP-339 is a group of tendrils extending off a central mass. It is approximately 50 centimeters from tip to tip, although this is variable. It appears to be made out of a weathered copper, but shows a much higher level of durability and independent mobility. The individual tendrils constantly move as though they're underwater, continually grinding on the sides of any containment, silently pulverizing it at a gradual but constant rate. Because of this, the soundproofed box it is currently contained in must be replaced at regular intervals. Any noise above 14 decibels will cause SCP-339 to become hostile. During this noise and for a length of time equal to 5 times the duration of the noise, any movement within the visual range will result in the immediate reaction of SCP-339. SCP-339 will expand by extruding tendrils at an extremely high rate, ensnaring any moving organisms or objects, designated targets. Once the movement has been restricted, SCP-339's tendrils begin to vibrate at rapidly increasing oscillations until the target is rendered incapable of movement. Note that once a target is ensnared, SCP-339 appears to be able to determine when the target truly becomes incapable of movement, rather than merely when it stops moving. SCP-339 will then return to its base shape and size. At this point, secretions of blood and a slurry of bone and muscle tissue from the central mass are to be expected. All movements of SCP-339 are completely silent, even at very high oscillations that should produce noise. To sum up, SCP-339 is this ball of tendrils, kind of like a bunch of tentacles coming out of it, that look like they're made of copper, yet they're much, much stronger than copper could ever be. And these tendrils are like tentacles. They're like constantly moving, like they're underwater, like seaweed would move when it's underwater. It just constantly moves. And this movement continually grinds and wears away at anything that it's in. Say you put it in a box. After some time, those tendrils will just wear that box away until that box is nothing. So on and so forth for any materials. Now here's the very dangerous thing about SCP-339. Any noise whatsoever above 14 decibels, it will cause SCP-339 to become hostile. If you make a noise, bam, it's going to be after you, and it's going to use those tendrils, those tentacles, whatever they are, and it's going to just destroy you. It's going to kill you completely, I would guess shredding you apart until you were dead pretty much. And it seems to have it's like a being of sentience, because it can know whenever you're not going to move anymore, and it will stop attacking you when it knows you're dead pretty much, not whenever you stop moving. And all of this is done entirely silent. I can't say it'd be the same for whoever's being attacked, but this thing just remains completely silent, absolutely silent, doesn't make a noise, nothing. Silent but deadly. So that has been SCP-339. Thanks for joining me on this reading. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next reading. Thanks, guys.